Today's learning target is I can use powers and exponents. Today we're going to take a look at what factors, bases, and exponents are. So when we take a look, when we multiply numbers together, those numbers are called factors. So here are factors. When we have an exponent tells us how many times we're going to multiply what's called the base number together. So in this case, if we have this right here, this means we have 5 and we are multiplying it by itself twice. So 5 times 5. The way this is said is 5 squared. On this one down below, here are our factors. We see 7 times 7 times 7. Okay, and that's equal, or it's the same as 7 with an exponent of 3. The way we say this one is 7 cubed. So if it's two numbers that we're multiplying by each other, it's squared. If it's three numbers we're multiplying by itself, it's cubed. So 7 cubed would be 7 times 7 times 7. Any other numbers that we would have, let's say we had 6 right here, and we were going to times it, that would mean 6 times 6 times 6 times 6, and we would say 6 to the 4th power. Or if it was a 5 here, we'd say 6 to the 5th power. Now that we know what these mean, we can solve them. So, in this first one here, we have 2, and remember the 3 there means cubed. Okay, so 2 cubed, that would be the same as 2 times 2 times 2. So 2 is my base number, and I'm going to multiply it by itself 3 times. So to do this, 2 times 2 is 4, and now I just times it by this last 2, and I get 8. So 2 cubed equals 8. In this one right here, I have 6. Remember the 2, the exponent 2 means squared, so it's 6 squared. It's just 6 times 6, and that would equal 36. This last one is 3 to the 4th power. So 3, and I'm going to multiply it by itself 4 times. So 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So I can multiply 3 times 3 is 9, and this 3 times 3 would be 9. And now I multiply those together, and I get 81. Here are the types of problems you're going to see today. So if it asks us to write something in exponential form, okay, exponential, the base word in there is exponent. So I'm going to use an exponent to write what this equals. So in this case, I see that 9 is going to be my base number, and how many of these do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this would be 9 to the 5th power. That's how I would write that. This next one asks us to write the power as a product of the same factor. So it sounds a little confusing, but it's really not too bad. So it's just saying the power, so here's the power, right? 6 to the power of 2, or 6 squared, as a product means multiplying, of the same factors. So it's saying here that when we take this power, what are we going to multiply the same factors by? So this would be 6 times 6. You're basically just saying, what is this 6 squared? What is that the same as? Same as 6 times 6. In the last one here, evaluate each expression. Remember, evaluate means solve. So I'm just looking at this one, and I'm actually going to write it out when I do these. I'm going to write it out this way. So 3 to the 4th power is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So we did this one earlier. That equals 9. That equals 9. I times those together. I get 81.